Hey everyone, very warm welcome to this latest overview video of myself, Ben, here at Bullring Crypto. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Before I get into the video itself, please never take my content as any kind of financial or investment advice. I don't have qualifications in those areas. This is here for informational, educational content only, and it is here as one piece of your research against multiple pieces that you will collect before making any kind of assessment about an investment, right? Please, please, please make sure that you do that and you don't get caught up in FOMO. Otherwise, you're likely to get burnt in the crypto space. With that introduction out of the way, I've also got to say to you, I'm invested in UniDexAI. So I am making this video because I want to showcase the benefits of it so other people can also benefit, but also you've got to understand that, okay? And I will also be very, very open with you that I will tell you exactly where I invested so that you can see. My friend said to me, who's part of the team, have a look around here, Ben, you know, when we're first launching, this could be something. And I didn't do anything, we often haven't done, have we, when we've been given sort of tips or calls in crypto. Saw it moon up, thought, oh, could have done something significant there. And when you see, you know, it did a few X's out the gates, but then it dumped, yeah, and it dumped, and then it kind of dumped down again. And then by the time that it came, you can see this was like on the evening, by the time that sort of I came into the morning time here, and I looked at my phone and I thought, oh, it's come back down again. Let's have a little nibble. So I think I was around about here at 1.6 cents to try and be, like I say, as transparent as I possibly can with you all that are listening. So 1.6 cents. Thought, yeah, it might do something. And I was very, very happy as this climbed up, and it soon went up, right up somewhere here to like 8 cents. And this was at the first point, and again, transparency is key, that I took profits. I thought this is, you know, 300% or something to the good, somewhere around this level. I'm going to take something out, 300%, happy days. You ain't going to get that in Lloyd's Bank. But, the journey continued, and I only sold out a very small amount of my bag. And as I'm going to unfold this chart for you now, you can see what happened very, very quickly. In a matter of just a couple of days, we saw that it surpassed $1. Yeah, skimmed it there and then surpassed $1 right here. And we're just talking about a few days, as you can see at the bottom on the timeline. But it didn't stop. It carried on. I also took profits at that sort of point, okay? So I took some of my bag, sold it, because this is starting now to get into, you know, positive life experiences for my family. And I would say to anyone, cancel out the FOMO. If it works for you, take some profits, put them on the table. If this project disappeared tomorrow, you can say, look what I've got, look what I've gained out of it. So I'd always say that, you know, look at taking profits that suit you, not that suit the Telegram community or the Twitter. Anyway, let's continue. We've gone up and we've gone up and we've gone crazy. We've blasted through 5, pulled back to 4. We're sitting around about this 4 mark, but I know that this is just the beginning. And that's the reason that I'm making this video for the project, to showcase why. Why is it just going to continue going? We're already at 20,000% up or more from my point of entry. Yeah, we've certainly achieved it already. And I think, can it do more? Let's have a look at the figures. We've got a market cap of 4 million, around 4 million, yeah, that is showing on here. That's based on 1 million tokens. I must showcase something on that a little later. Volume is 300k, so it's solid on volume. It's good thick liquidity for the position that it's in being so young, and we've got good volume. We've also got a couple of other metrics that I want you to consider. One is holders. Let's blast across, look at holders. Currently, just 352 holders. I always like check and balance. Looking at the big boys, 377,000 holders on the Uni token for Uniswap. I know, there's a massive difference, and I shouldn't be necessarily using the biggest DEX as comparison. But when I come on to the CoinGecko in a second, then I will show you why. Next up, I want you to have a look at the interface. One of the first things that kind of got me was the screen shares that the dev Mike was sharing. I thought, I like it. I do a lot of operations, for myself, for my project, for other people within DeFi. I'm always using DEXs. I'm always looking for a better tool. I'm always looking for something that brings a little bit more value to me. What am I looking for? Well, I'm having to use multiple different platforms at the moment. I'm having to use ones for charting. I'm having to use ones for audits. I'm having to use ones for swaps. Here, we have it all under the same hood. And I'm even, having to use different apps and Telegram threads, etc. for live trending tokens and that kind of thing, right? So to go and find what's new. So I've probably got 4 different platforms that I'm using to make an informed decision on a trade. Here it's right here under one hood. You lift up the hood and there you go. We've got it all going on. We've got the swap going on first of all. We've got this audit, one-click audit. The one-click audit is going to enable us to filter a lot of the crap. Many of us that have been looking at early entries on crypto projects have been rugged. To have a one-click audit there to save us from investing into some of those in the future, how much is that worth? It's worth a lot. The next thing is having the charting. Having charting here from trading view pulled right in to the interface as well, so we can swap by looking at charts. Now, how many times have we also been looking to swap, but then something happened, a cataclysmic event has happened where either the thing's rugged or, there's been some kind of exploit or something's happened, right? And we've just missed it by a smidgen or we've been involved in that ourselves. Having the chart in here could save you, right? Could save you. Having the order book as well, we can tell what is the sentiment. Are people buying in? Are people selling? What is going on? What's the general sentiment? All of this, in addition to this new pairs section, this comes onto the tiers and the revenue share, which I will come on to shortly. So that's the interface at the moment, but this is just a beta. There's going to be a box up here that's going to tell you what level you are, and there's going to be all sorts of different bits and pieces that are going to be added as we move forward. And point to note, it won't be API pulled in from Dex Screener. It's all going to be hand built by Mike. So there's going to be upgrades to the whole of this user interface, just so you're well aware of that. Okay, that's something then you go, that's interesting. Okay, having it all under one hood. What I think is a cool as fuck tool is when you change tokens here. So let's click onto UniDexAI. It also immediately pulls in the order book and the chart for you. So you have the order book, the chart, and this is interconnected with the tokens. And again, that comes on to the premium that is going to be paid by projects to have this facility within UniDexAI that comes into the rev share model. I'm hoping you're already buzzing. I'm hoping you're thinking, damn, this thing is cool as fuck, man. I'm going to get a big bag of this and I'm going to get in one of these rev share models. Going across, looking at Uniswap, this itself has made billions, right? It's 2017 was the tech. I don't even know, like a hell of a long time that this was first developed. I think it first came into prominence in 2020 before PancakeSwap and the DeFi summer of 2021. That's when I started using it. And yeah, it hasn't really changed much. It's changed a lot in terms of the back end, the V3 and the V4 that's come in, but the front end has stayed pretty solid all the way through. Very simple. Yeah, but it doesn't have those extra tools. So we're having to spend more time, and time is crypto. Time is everything in this space because it moves so quickly. So we need to have the tools right here. So this is what we are looking to take from, to build from, but also to take market share from. Just so people are aware, it's not like we're trying to take it from the 20th DEX. When I come across to CoinGecko and I show you on terms of market cap, there's the big dog. Uniswap is the big dog. 4.5, it blitzes everything in its path because it's the main DEX on the main altcoin network, which is, of course, Ethereum, and that's been the case for years and years and years. So we have this, yeah, just king of kings, yeah, Giga Chad, like, protocol Uniswap. We also have a considerable position in the top volume. If I just click onto that again, hopefully it does it. That's it. So it has third place. It's top on market cap, and it's top 3 on 24-hour volume at over 100 million traded. So I just wanted to, for those people that weren't aware of Uniswap, which is very few, but I wanted to show you that what is being built on top of, or what is being the protocol that's being inspiring UniDexAI is, of course, Uniswap. Let's go across and have a look at the funky things. The funky things are this. We, at the moment, are having this price and market cap, FDV, based on the knowledge there's 1 million tokens. There's not 1 million tokens, fam. There's not 1 million tokens. I did these documents, and I can tell you, look right here, this has led to a permanent reduction of 26%. There's only 740,000 tokens out there, maximum that can ever be. 740,000. Think about that for a second. Marinate on that for a second. There was 1 million, but there was an incident where front-running bots tried to get in before the contract was released, and all of their purchases were blacklisted. 26% of the total supply was canned off, and we are now rolling with just 740,000 beautiful UniDexAI tokens, right? So this is super early, 2 weeks in. Just to confirm, in case you don't believe me, here we are, day 13. You can see the level of Giga Chad that's coming in and buying. Yeah, I mean, like 7 grand's worth of tokens. You don't attract them people unless you've got something up your sleeve, a bit of a wizard, right? So anyway, enough of my ramblings. Coming back to this. Let's look at the tiered holders and why so many people are coming in, they're lining up, why so many dips are being bought, why so many people are positioning themselves. We have these tiered levels, and these tiered levels are as follows. Platinum, 1% or 10,000 tokens. Now this is done on the initial 1 million, not the current 740,000. It's done on the initial. So it's important key piece of information to understand that. 10,000 tokens, 5,000 tokens, 1,000, and then the bronze level, which is between 100 and 1,000. I would suggest you people that are in this level here aspire to get into this level here. It's not going to be all those people that are buying $7,000 positions. Just buy a couple here and a couple there. You know, try and increase your position as much as you possibly can to climb into these ones. And I'm going to give you a demonstration of how much you might be earning if you climb into this one. What we've got at the bottom, just to flip over bottom first, is we've got a lottery distribution. So you might be lucky and you might get a little bit of rev share, but you might not be. Right? And you might be one of the ones that don't get anything. So between 100 and 1,000, you want to be trying to climb or get into 1,000 plus. The distribution is going to be 50% to the top tier, mega whales, 30% to next level, 15% to the next level, and then, as I said, this lottery distribution. I've got an example here. 40F has been accumulated in fees and ads for revenue share, 20F platinum, 12, 6 and 2. And that just matches up with this. Look, we've got 40F, half of that is 20, 30% is 12, 15% is 6. There are 400,000 UniDexAI tokens in vaults qualifying for a platinum tier. Forget the vaults. Rita has 20,000, Sue has 15,000, and Bob has 10,000. So these are holders, right, in the platinum tier. So these are all qualifying with more than 10,000 supply, all of these 3 people. So Rita will receive 5% of the 20F that has been designated. So 20F for the platinum level, and she has 5% of that greater whole, so she's got 5% there. She's getting 5% of the 20F. I hope that sinks in. What we must do is also, I'm not going to go into the other three, but you can come to this, you can have a look at this so you can understand it. I will put the link to the documents in the show notes. The revenue share, let's get into this. 3 key areas. We have advertising, featured tokens, and swap fees. Let's go back to the interface, show you we've got new pairs section. We've got a beautiful piece of online real estate right at the top there. You're going to see these tokens either static or sailing past on a ticker. As you're doing your trades, you're going to be alerted to the latest pairs there. And those pairs are going to be paying top brass. They are going to be paying top bucks. If you think about how much are you going to pay as a project to have prime real estate on an up and coming DEX on the Ethereum network, you're going to be paying top brass. You're going to be paying more than 2F, whatever it might be in the future. So that is where that's going to be. We also, if we come back, have the featured tokens. So the featured tokens now, coming back to the interface, is where you would get listed. I call these verified, but they call them featured. It's the same thing. When you click onto one of these, such as Pepe, the chart changes. You can automatically get the order book, you can automatically get the chart in, and you can get your logo and name. So when we come onto this and we want to search name, we can search the name and it will come up and we know that it's the right one, rather than newbies messing around with contracts and getting the wrong bloody token and buying a big pile of something that they shouldn't be, right? So be warned as a project that you need to be verified. To be verified, you've got to get your wallet out and get the brass out, right? Start paying some fees. As soon as you're in, and then people can search you and you can see your charting. So that's another way of bringing in revenue. And of course, swap fees. Every time someone swaps, depending on the volume, well, it will depend on how much is generated, because it's a 0.5% fee, as it states right here at the bottom of the document. There's some of the reasons why I am so excited about this. It's crazy. I just done a little bit of rough maths. I was thinking to myself, if we get 20F, so 20 projects, 20 projects here are sailing past on a day-to-day basis, and they're paying 2F each. That is let's just use, I'm using 2K on the F. I know it's going to be going up in the bull run, but I'm using 2K. So 40 grand, yeah, 20, lots of 2 grand, 40 grand. So we've got 40 grand coming in daily, remember, into the rev share pot. We've also got maybe a couple of verified listings, and I would say, well, you know, that might be, let's just say one a day. Yeah, make it nice and simple. One verified listing a day, there's 5K. So if the marketing and sales team are bringing in a new project to get listed in there, 1 per day, happy days, let's just say it's 5K a pop. So that's another 5, that's 45. And then we also have the fees, right? So I don't know what the trading fees, I'm not going to make it up. I'm going to say that the 0.5% adds up initially with a lower volume. As we're growing, 5 grand. 50 grand, nice round number. 50 grand coming in, the majority lion's share from advertising, but some from the other areas. 50 grand coming in the pot. Going back to our tiers, going back to our little Rita, Sue and Bob, we know that half of that 50 grand a day is coming in to this level, the platinum level. 30% is there. So what would that be? 50 grand, that's 25K. 25K popping in to the platinum level. You've got 15 grand coming into this level, haven't you? 7.5 into this level, right? That's just basic maths for you. 25 grand coming in. Next thing we should consider is how many tokens are going to be in that level. I don't know, because the fact of the matter is, if we come on to this one, there's only 352 holders. Many of these top wallets are all blacklisted because they bought in with bots before the contract was released. I don't know what the true numbers are. Right, I don't know, but there is a list of all the blacklisted wallets, but that's not in this video. So I would say we're just going to throw it out there and say half of all the tokens of the 740k tokens, 370k. 370k divided, so you take your 25 grand and the 25, bearing in mind these are all pretend figures. Yeah, 25 grand is then divided amongst 370,000 tokens. Well, it works out pretty much 6 cents, 6.7 cents per token you own, per day. So let's just multiply this up, because you've got to have 10,000 of these tokens. You've got to have, we know from the holder levels, you've got to have 10,000 tokens to get there. So we've got to do 10,000 times 6. Well, guess what? That's $675. 675 daily, daily rev share. And I think my figures have been fairly modest. Yeah, it might take a couple of months to get the, the trending rolling through and to get some volume. But a couple of months down the line, are you willing to wait a couple of months for 675 a day, being in that top tier? But people will say, well, that's just Wales. That's okay. What am I going to get in the gold level? Let's halve it up. Let's halve that up. You are going to get, let's just say there's 200 odd thousand tokens and you're getting 15 grand, right? So you're getting 15 grand of your share because you're getting 30%. There's 200,000 tokens that qualify in that level. So you've got 200,000 or 220,000. It's going to be roughly the same. So you are going to get that based on your holding. So now you would be looking somewhere in the region of 300, 330 a day. At this level, 330 a day. That's at the base. I'm using baseline figures, 10,000, 5,000. You're going to be getting that sort of figure. And at the bottom, you're still going to be getting a chunk of change. You're still going to be getting nice figures. This is, you're probably not going to be getting 300, but you get like, say, a fifth of that. What, you're going to be getting 60, 70 bucks a day. But you're at the bottom level. You've got 1,000 tokens. You're getting 60 bucks a day. You're doing 420 a week, right? You're doing 420 a week from what? Holding 420 a week in rev share that's being coughed into you in F. My brain is absolutely bamboozled with this. I'm working out and I'm thinking, well, I can actually just retire. The more users that come in, and then you're going to be getting your whales coming. You're going to be getting your 50 and 100k buy-ins because they're going to want that sort of return. So all of a sudden, the price is just going to go parabolic. And, I showed you some of when we looked at the decentralized exchanges, I showed you the top ones. But if we come down and we look at market cap, put that into sequence again, we're coming right the way down. We're talking it's less than 4 million market cap at the moment because we're using the 1 million tokens rather than 740k. Coming all the way down somewhere around here. I mean, what are these? I don't even know what they are. They're not anything that's blowing my mind, and they're already at the same level, sort of market cap, same region of market cap. I'm thinking that this is like going to be pitching somewhere into at least this area, in 2024. It's not next week, but I'm thinking that it could well be in somewhere in this area, where you're looking at like 20 through to 60 market cap, maybe. I don't know, but it's got the potential, hasn't it? With all of those things going on, everyone coming in, because these others, Uniswap's not giving you the rev share, is it? You can come and use Uniswap as Uniswap saying, thank you very much for holding a few unit tokens. We're just going to give you this nice big dump of all the revenue we've generated. They're not doing that. They're not doing that because essentially they're centralized. They've got their paymasters that they need to sort out. This is decentralized. This is the team saying here and giving out to the community. So I hope that has been insightful. You can tell from my voice that this is next level stuff. This is a next level project. And if you think this is done and dusted at 4 million, I think that you need to obviously go back to the drawing board, look at the documents, have a look at what it's actually bringing to the table, make an assessment, and then you can, speak to a few people within the team, speak to a few people in the community, see what the general sentiment is, and then you can move forward. I want to thank you for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you the video. I hope there's been a few key points in here that have lit up your mind with some inspiration about UniDexAI. Take care, all the best.